That money line, yeah. That money line, yeah. That money line, yeah. That money line, yeah. That money line, 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 that money line. Bet money, all the time, all the time. Spread got you, yeah. Total got you, lose your mind. It's about time, boy. You use that money line. It's about time, boy. You use that money line. Bet money, all the time. The spread got you, totals got you, lose your mind. It's about time you use that money line. That money line, that money line, that money line. For sports betting consulting, email us at moneylineparlays@gmail.com. That money line, yeah. That money line, yeah. That money line, yeah. That money line, 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 that money line. Welcome to the weekend edition of Moneyline Parlays. Please, everyone, like, subscribe, and hit the notifications so you can get our Moneyline straight bets and parlays. Our goal is to get expected value out of every pick and parlay, win or lose. Let's get to the money picks. First, we're looking at, I think it's almost a 15-game slate. Let's make sure. Hold on for a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 game slate. We're going to start off with the second game because I missed the first game. Arizona and Chicago are still playing. It's the bottom of the ninth. I missed that game. Not going to even get into all that. I wasn't expecting the score to be this low at the ninth inning, I'll tell you that much. But we'll start with the second game, the Tampa Bay Rays and the Seattle Mariners. Okay, today, Tampa Bay Rays have Taj Bradley on the mound versus George Kirby. I'm going to basically favor Tampa Bay Rays, but I didn't play these people on the money line. I'm kind of skeptical of Tampa Bay, so I went with the plus 1.5 for the first game. I'm not going to play this game. It was just basically for the purpose of this video that I put another play out there because Tampa Bay has been playing okay, but they haven't been playing up to how they first started the season. So, and with the play of Seattle Mariners, I'm kind of skeptical that Tampa Bay will cover, but I wanted to do the plus 1.5 because I think that's the safest bet. Okay. Cincinnati Reds versus St. Louis Cardinals. I like this game. I favor Cincinnati to win it. They need the game. St. Louis has been, helping other teams out by beating good teams. I just like it. Cincinnati's playing at home. I'm going with Cincinnati on the money line. But I'll basically tell you guys at the end of the video about my parlays. I have 6 picks already. Really, I have 8 picks, but I'm gonna talk about all 8 of them, and you can decide on which ones you want to play with. The next game will be Detroit Tigers versus Chicago White Sox. I'm going with Detroit on the money line. I'm going with the public on this bet. It's minus 142. And going to the next game. The Dodgers versus Washington Nationals. I don't know either one of these pitchers, but I feel as if the Dodgers can beat the Nationals. They haven't playing real good baseball, but they've been hitting a lot. So I'm figuring they have too much firepower for the Nationals, so they should win this game without a problem. Okay, Philadelphia Phillies versus Miami Marlins. Now this game here is totally different from Miami playing LA. I'm taking Philadelphia on the money line at minus 142. Okay, New York Yankees versus Milwaukee Brewers. Should be the last game. Let's see, I think it was the Philadelphia Phillies. Hold on for a second. All right, guys, I'm gonna just talk about these games. You won't be able to see them, uh, but the New York Yankees versus Milwaukee Brewers. Luis Severino, that's how to say it, Severino, uh, is on the mound against Colin Rear. I like Milwaukee, but I'm taking New York plus 1.5. I feel like New York can cover this game, if not win it. But hopefully they'll just cover it. And I don't think the score should be that much, but we'll see. I don't have this game on the card, so you know that's just for the purpose of having a bet. I went with plus 1.5 just because way of New York playing and them having a better squad, but Milwaukee has been tearing teams in half. So let's see what happens. The next game will be Toronto Blue Jays. The Toronto Blue Jays versus Kansas City Royals. I like that you see Kikuchi is on the mound. I think he's going to be better than Colin Snyder. Toronto is a better team than Kansas City Royals. I took the minus 1.5 on the run. This is one of the plays I'll talk about later on. Um, that I'm knowing this is going to be a blowout. So, this is one of the plays that I'll probably put about 1 to 3 units on, and wait to at the finish line. Next game, Baltimore Orioles versus Boston Red Sox. We have Kyle Bradish on the mound versus Tanner Hawk, however you say that. But let's put it like this: Baltimore is a playoff team um, that demands respect. I'm going with them on the minus 1 and 22. That's another game that I'll talk about at the end of the show. Um, it's one of my favorite 8 plays, if not top two. Actually, I took Toronto minus 1.5 and Baltimore minus 120 on a 2-leg parlay. Um, we'll get into the next games because most of them are all money line picks. And stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay. So the next games start off with Atlanta Braves versus Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm just going to go over these. Bryce Elder versus Mitch Keller. I'm going with Atlanta on the money line. So another public bet um, I feel comfortable with because, I hit yesterday off of Ronald Acuna hitting 2 home runs. I don't know if he's going to do that tonight, but he should get on base. I give him at least a single, you know, that should be profitable, But 2 bases would be another one that you can put out there. So the next game will be Texas Rangers versus Oakland Athletics. I'm going with the public on this one, and it's minus 245. So, if anything, I would add this game to a parlay. Um, Oakland is another team that's basically about to go home. Texas has the opportunity to get a wild card spot. From what I'm thinking, they should win this game without a problem. But, Oakland does fight to the end, so we'll see how that goes. But that is on the card for tonight, so I'll let you know about that one later. Okay, Houston Astros versus Padres. We have Hunter Brown versus Blake Snell. Um, I'm not gonna get into much of the pitcher props with Hunter Brown, but they are out there. I would at least give them 4 to 4.5 strikes. Uh, I'm looking at the money line at minus 142. Okay, New York Mets versus Minnesota Twins. I'm going with New York Mets because they have Kodai Senga on the mound tonight. He's probably about 6 strikeouts. I also took him on the money line at minus 110. I didn't have this game on the card, but I'm going to think about this one real hard, and I might add it to a parlay or play it as a single bet. But I like that game. Okay, Cleveland Gardens between Los Angeles Angels. They have Logan Allen on the mound. I think Logan Allen is probably from about 3.5 to 4 strikeouts. Um, he's playing against Griffin Cannon. I don't know him that well, so I'm taking Cleveland on the money line at minus 130. Last game for the night be Colorado Rockies versus San Francisco Giants. I'm going with the public on this bet and go with minus 218. All right, so let's talk about parlays. For the first 540 games to 605, I have Cincinnati Reds, the Detroit Tigers, and the Los Angeles Dodgers on a 3-leg parlay. Um, I like the chances of this parlay hitting. I also have Atlanta, Texas Rangers, and San Francisco for the late night games, all on the money line. If you want to put all 3 of them together and run a 6-leg parlay, you can do that. But I suggest doing all stakes bets and sprinkling on the parlay if you do. But most of these games, most of the time, I've been missing by 1. I'm kind of high to hit with KBO this morning, so I'm very happy. I'm trying to win a little bit more today. So um, I'm going to talk about the Toronto minus 1.5 and Baltimore minus 120. Um, I like those games. I did a 2-leg parlay, but I think I'm going to make another bet and put the New York Mets, the Toronto minus 1.5, and Baltimore together. But I have 8 picks, so you know if you choose 2 or 3, like I suggested, they should hit. But if you want to put more than $25 or $50 on a bet, go with Toronto minus 1.5, or either Baltimore minus 120. I'll take 3 units on the Baltimore. No, I'm sorry, 4 units on the Baltimore minus 120, and 3 units on Toronto minus 1.5. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, and hit the notifications so you can get our Moneyline straight bets and parlays. Thank you once again, and let's get to the money, baby.